Coming up, several hurt after a baseball game with winds whipped through. Those strong storms this afternoon leaving a mark. What officials believed happened as the game was delayed from lightning.
Yeah, whipping winds and blinding rain, as you see here from our traffic cameras earlier today. Well, that resulted in some storm results and storm damage. We'll talk about that coming up.
String of sexual assaults.
You know, it's just very nerve-wracking. We have to be careful.
Question of the night, string of sexual assaults. Northern Virginia police investigate if the cases are connected and dating back to last fall. How people on a popular walking trail say they're staying safe. Serious box truck crash where Maryland police rushed to this morning after at least 3 people were hurt. And finding some savings before the summer. How to keep more cash in your wallet before your next utility bill. Our consumer team is finding ways to stretch your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Saturday evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Right to your top story. Severe storms moved through the region earlier this evening, late afternoon, that were reportedly sent several people to the hospital. Part of that tent at the top part of your screen there fell at a West Virginia University baseball game. Lightning had forced that game into a delay. You can see that tent was on a steep hill near the field. A lot of people had gathered there as of late to watch the game. Local authorities are calling this a mass casualty incident. We don't know exactly how many people were hurt. Stay with us into updates about their condition. Meantime, winds, some blinding rain made travel quite difficult this afternoon in western parts of the DMV. We got several views overlooking Washington County, Maryland, into Frederick County. My, oh my, we had to hold on to our hats, folks, for a lot of this. Scott Sumner standing by with a look at our forecast. Hopefully we don't have to deal with this for our Sunday.
Yeah, no, exactly. You know what? I got an alert on my phone, Ben, that said in my area that the power was down, but it's now back up. Hopefully you have your power up and running across the region wherever you live. Now, storm reports, there were almost 300 storm reports today. And out of those 300, I think it was 296 to be specific, and 293 of those were wind damage reports. Unbelievable. All right, there's reports of trees down, wires down, all across different areas. This one just happens to be that I've highlighted here over towards Barnesville, Maryland, in Montgomery County. But you can see wherever there's a little dot, that was a wind report and a wind damage report across the area. And what did it was this line of storms. It dropped a lot further south than all the forecast models had talked about and shown, and thereby created a lot more damage in our area. This was supposed to stay majorly, a majority of it was to stay up in Pennsylvania. But we have a little bit of a lull, and now you see some more storms coming in. These storms, the ones that I showed you back off to the west, those are the ones that are tied into the actual cold front itself. And rain reports, well, they varied widely. Most areas were fairly light because the storms moved fairly quickly, but there were a couple of places that picked up a quick ½ an inch of rain in a short amount of time. We'll talk more about the weather for tonight and tomorrow, the rest of the weekend, and of course the next 7 days in just a bit. Ben?
All right, Scott, thank you. New tonight, one person is fighting for their life. Others seriously hurt after a crash this morning in Prince George's County. Police in Beltsville rushed to Rhode Island Avenue near Selman Road around 9:15. One person was rushed to the hospital, we're told, in critical condition. 2 others were also sent there, but they are expected to be okay. The pictures do appear to show a box truck rear-ended a trailer, but it is unclear exactly what led up to the crash. And new tonight in Northern Virginia, police say it was a Falls Church man who was found after drowning in Lake Anna State Park on Thursday. Police say guests at the park discovered 37-year-old Ahmad Satayar unresponsive in about 10 feet of water. That's when they say park rangers and others pulled him out of the water and started giving him CPR. However, he died on scene. The beach at Lake Anna State Park stayed closed thereafter, but it's since reopened. Back in D.C., police say a teenage boy was stabbed near the National Mall this morning. MPD says that happened at the intersection of 15th and Constitution around 1:30 a.m. That's near the Black History Museum and the Washington Monument. A teenager was taken to the hospital. It is unclear how he's doing, and no word of any suspect descriptions. Fredericksburg police are investigating whether 3 assaults on women may be connected. Police say the most recent attack happened last weekend. DC News Now's Dave Laval reports these disturbing incidents have apparently been happening since last fall.
It's very scary.
Melissa Hudson calls it a day after fishing on Ficklin Island. She doesn't feel safe being alone.
You just don't know what can happen, what to expect, and it could be worse than what it has been.
Fredericksburg police said an unidentified man violently attacked a woman on the night of May 31st while she sat on a rock on the island. The most recent attack, according to Fredericksburg police, happened somewhere along the water's edge, and it may be connected to 2 other attacks. Police said the first incident occurred October 19th of last year on a stretch of canal path near Cassie Pond. The other took place on Friday, May 1st, while the victim walked on the path just past the Emancipation Highway Bridge.
There's no security, there's no cameras, that's what I see.
Police said they are trying to determine if the cases are connected, and extra patrols are nearby. Meanwhile, people offer tips for women to stay safe.
You just want to, try to keep somebody near you, have somebody that can protect you, and just want to be safe as possible, very cautious.
As for Hudson,
I have pepper spray.
in Fredericksburg, Virginia, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Howard, thanks to Dave. Happening now, a large number of families in Northwest D.C. are still being asked to boil their water before drinking or cooking with it. D.C. Water says those communities in yellow continue to be under a boil water advisory. That began yesterday afternoon on Friday. They said the advisory was a precaution, though families living in Chevy Chase, Friendship Heights, Tenleytown, Cleveland Park, McLean Gardens, and Cathedral Heights should boil their water for 1 minute before using it. DC Water says the precaution was issued because water pressure had dropped. It's unknown when the advisory may be lifted. Well, today marks the 82nd anniversary of D-Day, when brave soldiers stormed the beaches of Normandy in France, marking a pivotal shift in World War II. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth visited the Normandy American Cemetery today to honor the 160,000 Allied troops, including 73,000 Americans who fought to liberate Western Europe from the Nazis. 107-year-old Arthur Rose read aloud what he wrote his family after witnessing the events at Normandy in 1944.
I will always be grateful to my commander taking me along. Don't worry about me. I am well, whole, and happy. Love, Art.
Art for his service. Well, as the nation prepares to celebrate America's 250th birthday, a 3-day festival is underway in downtown D.C. The National Archives Foundation is hosting the Spirit of Independence Festival outside of the National Archives, home to the original Declaration of Independence. That's where it's at. The event features free family activities, historical exhibits, food, we love that, music, and even a patriotic pet yappy hour.
The best part about this event is it's a community event. Anybody can come and see themselves in their past. And so whether you're coming with little kids, there'll be something for them to do, or adults, lifelong learners, it's come out, have a good time, and enjoy and think about the 250th of our nation.
Ticketed evening events will help support the National Archives Foundation and its educational programs. The festival runs through Saturday on Constitution Avenue Northwest. With high temperatures on the horizon and high costs lingering, you may be pushed closer to your financial limit. That's why DC News Now consumer reporter Haley Mylon is stretching your dollar so that you're safe and comfortable in keeping cash.
Your energy bill is already making you sweat. I've got 5 tips that you could use to help save.
Bills are definitely getting higher for people to pay.
Everyone is feeling it at this point. Here's where you got to look to save. First, if you're struggling to pay the bill, start with your state's assistance office. In D.C., that is the Department of Energy and Environment. In Maryland, the Department of Human Services. And in Virginia, the Department of Social Services. You'll want to ask about energy assistance programs. Here in D.C., some benefits can range from a couple $100 to $1,800, depending on your household circumstances. Second, call your utility company now before you're behind. A lot of companies offer payment plans, budget billing, and hardship programs. Some programs even reduce or forgive portions of past due balances. Third, weatherization programs. This one is overlooked, but they are everywhere. Programs could help pay for insulation, air sealing, ductwork, and other upgrades that could lower your utility bill.
Get strategic about when you do your dishes and your laundry. Pepco and Dominion customers can enroll to save by using electricity during off-peak hours. Think middle of the day to after work.
And 5, if you don't qualify for financial assistance, still check for rebates.
And back to that auction I was telling you about. Utility companies saw capacity costs jump from $2.2 billion up to about $15 billion in one cycle. Driving that demand, power plants going offline, new ones not coming online fast enough, and growing demand from infrastructure like data centers. These higher bills are no joke. Some analysts say that the average residential customer will see an increase in their bill ranging from $14 to $37 depending on where they live.
Our thanks to Haley. All right, Scott Sumner. A lot of us had to bear the brunt of some bad weather today, but what a gorgeous sight this was of the National Mall. And yes, that is the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool as the water is coming back to it after that American flag blue paint job that the president had wanted. But man, look at the sky. Not too shabby for a Saturday night.
Yeah, not too bad. We're in a lull right now, but we are going to see maybe some more showers and maybe hear some rumbles of thunder. I don't think the severity of whatever comes in overnight is going to be as bad as what we had because of the fact that it is coming in overnight.
Good.
And the instability
won't be on
should
the
be
road.
capped.
Yeah.
Plus, the atmosphere has already been turned over from the earlier storms, and when that happens, usually storms are a little bit quieter, to say the least. All right, let's take a look quickly here. What we have, mostly cloudy skies. It's 80 outside right now. My goodness, that'd be a nice... Well, let's just say 4 o'clock high, not a 9:30 high practically. 8:30 was the sunset, and it has been a fairly decent one, although, as you saw, plenty of clouds around as well. Humidity and dew point are in check at this point in time. Temperatures outside of D.C. We're sitting at 80 at Waldorf, 81 at Manassas, 82 at Fredericksburg and Lexington Park, although where there has been plenty of shower activity and a lot of heavy rain, you notice the temperatures here in the 70s, Annapolis, Baltimore. This is what I'm talking about, the atmosphere being turned over. We're seeing a 10-degree drop in areas, at least, where they saw rain showers and storms compared to where you have it. And as far as power outages up until this point, 9:24 on your Saturday evening, the counties that are being impacted the most are all in Maryland, Washington County, Frederick County, and Carroll County, as well as Howard County. Those 4 counties have 1,000 or more power outages estimated across the area, but there are still some. Fairfax has been taken out of that. It was there 10 minutes ago. About 300 in Loudoun County. That has dropped off. About half, so that's good news there. Temperatures tonight will drop down into around the lower 70s, climb back up into the 90-degree range for your day on Sunday, but Sunday will be a little less active. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Stop it here. You can see where the extent of the severe thunderstorm watch wasn't quite in D.C. at 4:11. But then we fast forward, and it does get extended a little further south as this line extends a little bit further south. That was at 6:18, but by 8 o'clock or so, all of those severe thunderstorm warning watches have been rescinded. And you'll see on the last couple of frames here, some more severe thunderstorm watches in effect. But I think, like I said, those storms will be a little bit less volatile as opposed to what we already saw. And our Futurecast HRRR model shows, quite honestly, that there isn't as much activity, although they do show here around midnight maybe some activity around Annapolis being a little more robust. But needless to say, there is no large area of red on the map. And that's good news here. And then we clear out early in the morning. There may be some patchy fog, too, in places tomorrow morning. All right, tomorrow, a 10% chance of seeing some showers and storms. Then we go dry Monday and Tuesday, 30% on Wednesday, 40% on Thursday. You know what else is ramping up besides our percentages of storm chances? Are the heat indices. Look at this. We could be seeing triple-digit heat by the time we get towards Thursday and Friday as our temperatures soar up into the middle and upper 90s here Thursday and Friday. But before that happens, we have 90 tomorrow, then we drop down a couple of degrees. We stay in the 80s on Monday and Tuesday. Very delightful weather on Monday to start the week. Unfortunately, it has to be a Monday, right? But then we start to ramp up the heat and humidity middle of the week. Rain chances on Wednesday, spotty storms on Thursday, afternoon storms and evening storms on Friday with another front potentially, which could carry over into Saturday. We'll watch all of that closely here, but again, we may be dealing with another little heat wave coming in by the middle and tail end of the week. Ben?
All right, find ways to stay cool now. Scott, thank you. Coming up, lawmakers may slam on the brakes over a law aiming to curb drunk driving. The threats from members of Congress to sideline the bipartisan measure coming up.